We had a good finish today. If you're watching this right after the previous video, we did our 10K. And Leah was playing with some friends, taking it easy, so Lord have mercy, I'm about to vlog. I figure I owe a little bit because a few people have mentioned that y'all watch these videos and were wondering where they were for a while. Long story short, you know, even a little clip, a little short piece, throwing it up as an update. A few of them start thinking about. I started thinking about, oh, I could do something a little more. You know, I threw in some other clips from the race that we had run in one of the previous updates. I want to show Leo and I moving in action. And so it's easy to get ideas that are a little grander, a little bigger, and then feel like, well, if I'm not going to do it, if I don't have time, or if I'm not prioritizing editing those few clips together, then I'll do it later. But that's not what I started this playlist for. I just started this playlist to keep people up to date. Those of you who know me closely know that I'm not on Facebook for a few years. I don't have a smartphone. I just have a dumb phone. For those of you who don't know, it is a light phone too. I will evangelize a little bit about this one product in my life. You can look it up. And so sometimes I'm a little disconnected. My email inbox has gotten away from me since COVID, or maybe a little before COVID. I used to be someone who had a clean Gmail inbox. It used to be pristine. And so this is a way that at least I can maybe keep in touch one way and say, hey, here's how things are going. So we've kept up the running, even though you haven't seen updates for 100 miles. I realized when I uploaded the clip this morning, the previous one was 74 miles, and this morning was 174 miles. We ran our 10K, now it is 180 miles, mid-March, really making great progress. 58 miles a month is our target pace if we're going to do, on average for the whole year, if we're going to hit 700. We do know we're going to lay out some of those weeks in the summer when we're going to have fire, we're going to have smoke. So getting a little ahead, being at 180 mid-March, just where I want to be. I want to be able to take some time in the summer, not do heavy cardio when the smoke levels are even a little elevated. It's just not a good idea. You might look on Purple Air if you're in a region that gets wildfire smoke, or that uses a lot of wood heating in the wintertime. You might look at Purple Air or at an air quality website and see that it's yellow. If you're in California, we use an air quality index. If it's under 100, you might think, well, it's okay. And it is okay in a sense, but it's not when I want to go out and do miles of running. The more I'm breathing, the more I'm taking in. It's just, to me, not worth the risk. Anyway, this is the thing about vlogging. I have no script. I get off script. You don't want to sit here and watch me just yak for 10 minutes. So, I do have one thing I want to say. On the topic of putting out some of these videos, and kind of falling back. We have not fallen back on the running. We kept running. That's where my priorities are. And today, we got a personal best time for both of us in a 10K event. We took about a minute off. Friend of ours a little younger than Leo, who's our neighbor and goes to school with Leo. We've been running with in the mornings. Did amazingly. I think it was his first race, 7 years old, and he topped the under 12 division. Blew us all away. None of us expected that. But our goal was, we knew what pace we needed to set. We knew we were targeting about 8.5 minute miles, and you know, there's a risk versus reward. If you go too fast, you might burn out. Leo probably could have gone a little faster than he did, but I have a watch that tells me my pace, and I tried to, you know, keep him from going too much faster than 8.5. Our course was 2 laps, so once we'd done 1 lap, we knew the rest of the course. We knew where the hills were going to be, how they were going to feel, and so we came in little more than a minute ahead of our previous best time for 10K. It's not anything that, you know, is going to win us any medals at this stage of the game, but it's the product of consistent setting of goals and practicing toward those goals. And I think as far as these little video updates go, that's where I want to get back to. Consistent setting of goals. If you let your goal get away from you and you don't purposefully say, this is the standard I want to meet, or this is the outcome I want, which is what I didn't do with these videos, because they were just kind of a let's see what happens. It might be fun to put these up. Then you might have, like I did, a gap of a month. Here's my goal. I'm going to make them short. I'm not going to do this vloggy thing. I'm not going to edit a whole ton of stuff in. If I can for this one, since, you know, I've run a good race today, I'll edit in a few clips of some of the stuff over where I'm talking now. You'll see it, of some of the running that we've been doing that I didn't get in to updates, just so you can see it. And then from here on out, just try to do short updates. If I do a rambling, boring, oversharing every once in a while, so be it. But I want to stick to that goal. I read a book a few years ago called Grit. I'm not going to evangelize about the book. You may have heard about it. You may not have. I don't endorse everything that's in the book, but the central thesis of this framework of for grit, the central thesis to me that I took away that I thought was valuable was that you can use this framework that involves setting goals, it involves deliberate practice to actually attain or achieve those goals. You use that framework to do things and make improvements that you didn't think you could do and that you may not have been accomplishing without that framework. Oh. Ladybug visiting me. Hello. My biggest fan. So that's something that I wanted to share, because I got away from that with the videos and the videos stopped happening. But I kept it up with the running. So now I'm going to try to bring that back to the videos, because like I said, a few people who were not, you know, my mother said, oh hey, what happened? Hi friends. I appreciate that you got something out of it. I don't expect that you've still watched. Now I can see the timer, it's almost 9 minutes. But it's a beautiful day. I'm out in my yard, and things are great. So please do send me a message if you would like to. Like I said, I don't have 100 other avenues, social media and so on, to say hi. But if you say hi, I'll try to say hi back, and not go for a month without posting. More short ones later. Bye-bye.